Talk about, Saturday was great. How do you improve upon that? How do you keep your guys,
Well, I'm going to answer it this way. As good as Saturday was, Saturday's over. And the bottom line is, and I keep saying the same thing, we have a standard at which how this thing should look. And every week we're playing basically a faceless opponent. And I say that with all due respect to our opponent. And so the standard after last week has been set very high. So what we need to do is just take care of each day, win the day, practice as hard as we can, prepare as best we can, have a great attitude, make no excuses, work hard, and then most of the time when you do that throughout the week, Saturdays take care of themselves. So we have to win Tuesday first, and Tuesday's not over yet. We still have to go to class, and then we have another meeting. But we'll win Tuesday, and then hopefully we'll come out win Wednesday and win all those days mentally and physically until we line up on Saturday, and then we'll worry about Saturday then. But can't compare it. It all comes down to how we prepare and how we train each day.
Nick, after looking at the tape then on Sunday, what were some of the bright spots for you, and what were some of the areas that maybe you'd like to see this defense improve?
That was one of those games. There's very few that there's always room for improvement, don't get me wrong. But I have to admit, that was one of those few games that you go, wow. 5 or 6 red zone stops in critical times early in the game. A couple scores on defense, one big play, over 20 yards. It's never perfect, because if it was perfect, they wouldn't need us. And there's things that we always could improve on. But again, we have already moved ahead of that without being rude to you. Win or lose, we have to move ahead. We're on to what we got to do today and this week to get ready for Washington State. They throw the ball a bunch, as we all know, and so that's going to be interesting.
Has there been any talk about throwing up back-to-back shutouts, something that's so rare?
You're a nice man. I don't talk about those things. I don't talk about wins. I don't talk about losses. We don't talk about expectations. We don't talk about outside influences. Unfortunately, we're pretty boring, or we stay the course. We talk about winning today and winning each day up until we play Saturday, and then obviously that'll give us a chance to win that day.
What about the two quarterbacks, Halliday and Toole? It seems like they're both pretty similar in terms of what they do, but they like to throw the ball a lot.
I think they're both very good. That would be the correct English. Toole's been the starter for some games, and now Halliday's the starter. I like them both. And I think they're both good quarterbacks. It's not like, well, if this guy starts, it's easier than that guy. I think they're both top-notch, good quarterbacks in a good passing offense.
Is this the defense, though, Nick, that you envisioned when you began the season? Have they improved that much? Or
one game, and the first halves of the other games have been outstanding. No, I don't really know how to answer that, because as soon as you start saying, patting yourself on the back, bad things could happen. We're just trying to get better every day, and what I hope is that the young men understand, because they are young men, that you need to prepare and be ready every day, because as you watch each Saturday, there's upsets.
how have they responded so far in practice?
So far, I'm pleased, but I always want more. So that's kind of like they're never going to please me enough, which is kind of too bad for them. But as long as we keep our pedal on the metal, if you strive for greatness, and then if you reach excellence or you reach good, then you got a chance. If you fall a little bit under excellence, you got a chance. If you just strive for good, then you might be mediocre. So we're always going to keep our pedal to the metal as far as wanting them to do the best they can on and off the field, and socially and academically and the whole 9 yards.